I try and make it where if they're going to shop for a set, they can do a necklace and a chain together, a bracelet necklace together. So what is the Silver Room? The Silver Room is a retail store / music space / community gathering place / incubator for artists. It's a lot of slashes. And I say that because to me, it kind of morphs day to day. And depending on who you are and what you need from the space, it will give you that. So sometimes people come in, they need a gift. Sometimes folks need a place to come and vent. So it's become this place for the community that acts as a lot of different things. But inherently, it's a really unique boutique. Hey, I'm Eric Williams, owner of the Silver Room in Hyde Park, Chicago. I think a retail space should be reflective of the people who come, which usually are people who are in close proximity. So because we're in the South Side of Chicago, there's a lot of things that are culturally specific to Black folks in the South Side of Chicago. T-shirts that talk about education, stickers, through fashion like sunglasses, jewelry. It also is important that we have folks who are local, who are makers. Especially now, people want to have a sense of being an individual. That's like probably the number one question people ask. Is this like a locally made vendor? Oh yeah, this guy lives down the street actually. So having this connection between local and like local Black owned folks who are making stuff is very important. That people know where that stuff is coming from. It's not just made overseas somewhere. They can actually talk to this person. We've had people come in and the guy or woman who's making the jewelry, or they're having a pop-up in here. They can see the person, talk to them. You know, and someone who looks like them, I think, is even more important. Oh, wow, you're doing this? Then it kind of gives me, a sense of self, and I could actually do this myself too. Or my daughter can do this. You know, she's always wanted to make something. Now she sees somebody who looks like her, who actually can make jewelry also. So I think that's important in this kind of small space, which is something that you can't replicate online. Why did I create the Silver Room? The real story is I was a street vendor for 10 years. Before I opened up this space. I was selling T-shirts on the trains and peanuts at baseball games and traveling in my car. When I was in school for finance, I would see these people down the street selling all kind of stuff. There was jewelry and T-shirts and, all kind of stuff. I became very interested in this open air market. And I didn't have any money, so I had to get a job. Over that 10 years, I learned how to get stuff wholesale. I was manufacturing stuff. I was doing my own printing. We were importing stuff. So I kind of learned the game from just being a street vendor to, okay, where are they getting it from? Like, what's the source of this? I can kind of go directly. And so after 10 years, I kind of knew how to open up a store, basically, because I knew how to do it, The Silver Room has been around for almost 27 years. We've been in Hyde Park for 8 years. This is the second iteration. I created this space for us. It's my store, but it's our store. And I think that's been the success of it. It's been a collaboration from the people that work here, me and our community. And so I think when you have a retail space, you have to be open to change. So what's the next show we have coming up? I think we have an open mic. Is that?
Open mic tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I realized the need for space, and my friends would say, hey, can I have a book signing? I don't have a space to do a book signing. Sure, let's do it here. An art opening. We do classes here, learn how to DJ, learn how to dance. So it's a little bit of everything. I don't limit the space to just retail. It's whatever is needed. If a customer, friend of ours says, hey, I want to have this idea and we can move the cases out of the way and do it, then let's do it. We've had 2 weddings here, actually. So I go maybe 3 weddings, so I'm like, let's just do it. And I would have a funeral if they had to do it, move the cases out of the way, we can make that happen too, I get asked this question a lot, like, how is it to be an African-American Black business owner? And my answer is, I don't know any different. I can only assume things might be different, but I think whoever you are, wherever you come from, you should be authentic to who you are. And so for me, because of the history I have and my family, that's the community I know. It's very authentic that I can talk about things in our community or show art or have references to music that is from my childhood, it's from my community. I think it resonates with people who say, oh, okay, I can understand this. I understand why this T-shirt was important to you, or I understand the importance of having Black-owned businesses within this business, So I think that's the difference, and we've kind of leaned into that for sure. It's important to support Black-owned businesses because, historically we haven't always had opportunity. And so I think about even how I started, somebody gave me a chance. I think we understand that we don't always have opportunities, and it's important that we always do that when we have a chance to. And so this store is a place for me to say yes to. Hey, I want to try something out. You know what, let's try it out. And just giving people a shot. It's important. What's going on, man? What's happening, brother? Good seeing you. All good.
Business.
What I want people to know about retail is important. You know, I don't think it'll ever go away. And we think about online, and people, I think, overestimate the impact of online. It's only roughly 20-something% of actually sales. Most sales still are made in brick and mortar, you know, and most sales still are made in small brick and mortar. I'm really passionate about retail. I mean, that's surreal. You know, I see the importance of these spaces. Again, not just this store, but just in general. And it brings smiles to people's faces to be able to go and shop. It's not just the item you buy, it's the memory that's created by the item, you know? With retail, you have to make it feel like a home, you know, and it has to be reflective of who you are. Every retail store should be different. I think the authenticity of a retail space, you can feel it. That's what I try and provide for people. We are retail.